Hello everyone, Tommy J here and welcome to Heroic League of Explorers. So in this video, we're going to be taking on Heroic Archaedas, and we're going to be doing it using this 100% free-to-play Shaman Deck. So click on the free-to-play cards here. This is pretty much all the deck's made up of. It is pretty great. Now, this fight is a bit weird. The boss summons every turn a 0-5 for him and a 0-2 for you, and he can shatter these in order to deal damage and do things like that. So ideally, you want to be able to get rid of them as quickly as you can. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you do that? The easiest way I've found is to buff them. So you just buff these minions. You can also give them Taunt. I haven't picked up Ancestral Healing, but if you want to, you can do that. But the easiest way to do that with basic cards is to go a Shaman, because of this glorious totem right here, the Flametongue Totem. So if you put a Flametongue down, all of these minions suddenly become a 2-2, they become real threats, and you can start suiciding them, really. Now, this deck I've made does have a few League of Explorers cards, but don't worry, you will have unlocked them by the time you get up to this point. So we've got the Djinn of Zephyrs, which is obviously quite good because there are a few buffs in the deck. Brann Bronzebeard, which as you may imagine is quite strong in a Battle Cry deck, and the Rumbling Elemental. So a lot of my cards do have Battle Cry. Yeah, pretty much all of them actually have Battle Cry or Wind Fury or something along those lines, something that does synergize well. So there is a ton of synergy in this deck, and I think really it's just going to rely on a bit of luck that you get Brann or you get some of those Flametongue Totems. Anyway, let's give it a go. Alrighty. So, what do we have? Voodoo Doctor, Bloodlust, Rumbling Elemental. I mean, the Rumbling Elemental is quite handy because it's obviously a lot of synergy with the Battlecry deck, but I think we're going to ditch it. Brann, there we go, that's nice. So I have a turn 3 play. My turn 2 play is probably going to be Totemic Call, so I'm just going to drop the Voodoo Doctor, give me something on the board, something to use. Because obviously something is better than nothing, even if you are losing out on 2 health later on. Or potentially 4 with Brann, I guess. Okay, Totemic Call. And let's start hitting stuff. What are you dropping? Flametongue. Ooh, his own Flametongue. Clever. Clever, clever. Okay, well, I think I'm going to Hex the Flametongue and kill it off, because obviously that is a big problem for me, considering I don't have my own Flametongue. I know I could have played Brann then, but chose not to. Anyway, the next minion I play is going to get destroyed, and I know that, so that's a bit unfortunate. Let's play the Shattered Sun Cleric. We won't make it Brann. Give this 1-1, kill off the snake. So yeah, this is one thing you do need to look out for. Sacred Trial. It synergizes perfectly with his hero power because obviously he's summoning all of these statues all the time. So yeah, you will need to look out for that. Stone Sculpting again. Direwolf Alpha. That'll be another good pickup if you have it because it's a common card. Now, I really need the Flametongue Totem. Melloc Tidehunder will do. I don't want to drop Brann, because if I drop Brann, this Pit Snake's just going to kill it. However, this is going to be a good target. So, both of our boards now completely full, which isn't ideal. But it's a thing, so let's drop this. It's time to drop Brann, and I'm going to Hex his Alpha. Alpha? Yes, it's called the Direwolf Alpha. Sorry. My mind's a bit fuzzy. Shoo. Well then. That's what happens when you can't clear his board. So, yeah. I guess you just got to draw some earlier plays a bit earlier. Let's give it another go. Jeez, that was brutal. Archaedas, I got you this time. Voodoo Doctor, Shattered Sun Cleric, Frostwolf. Frostwolf is so strong in this fight, so strong. I'm going to throw away the Shattered Sun. I want the Voodoo Doctor. Oh. Alright, look. Fine. I'll have you anyway. Let's do that. Now, ideally you want to play on curve, and on my first attempt, I was forced to not play on curve. It obviously isn't the best thing. So let's just summon a totem, Stoneclaw, perfect. Give this fella a little bit of protection. Coining, probably a Flametongue. And I don't really have an answer to it. I can Shattered Sun Cleric this next turn though, which is pretty good, because that is still on curve. Brann's Bronze Beard. I'm sorry, Brann, but I need to deal with this Flametongue, otherwise it will make it very difficult for me to take back control. How many things do I have on the board? 5. So I need one to die, pretty much. Because I'm going to play my Rumbling Elemental. I'm going to kill off this, and then kill off that. Now, next turn, I can summon a Frostwolf. So, obviously my board is getting quite full of these earthen statues. Ouch. That wasn't very ideal for me, obviously. Let's summon this and see what we can get. That's going to trigger twice, which unfortunately will fill my board, so I can't play something next turn. However, I have a Bloodlust, so let's see what happens. How much damage do I have? 721? I might be close to killing him. Let's give it a go. Bloodlust. Actually, no, let's add it up first. 2, 2, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 21. So 32. So I'm close, but I'm not quite there. I think it's worth it. I will, however, kill the 2 things he has on the board. I'll use my statue to kill his statue, my 4-1 to kill that, and then just go straight face. I'm not going to drop my archer. Draw 3 cards, gain 6 armor. Damn you, Looming Presence. Destroy all statues. Oh, okay, sure, whatever. Let's, yeah. I can Archer. So let's deal 1 damage. Drop my Frostwolf. Does that fill my board? Not quite. Oh, so many animations. Okay, so he's dead next turn. Let's just hope he doesn't pull something incredible out of nowhere. If he has another Shatter, Entomb, choose an enemy minion, shuffle it into your deck. Goodbye, sweet, sweet 14-14. However, hello, glorious victory. And let's finish him off with a double battle cry, because why not? Nailed it. Alrighty, so that's the fight. And obviously you do need those early plays, because if you can't get rid of those, if you can't get rid of the statues, you're just gonna die. That time he did use his shattering a bit early, which put me down to 9 health, but then I just sat there. On that much health. Now, I didn't draw a Flametongue then. Honestly, I don't think you really need to modify this deck much at all. If you did want to modify it, I'd take out the Djinn, the card that when you cast on something else, it gets the buff as well. And I would put in some earlier plays. Anything that can buff. So, probably not Sun Fury Protector, because he doesn't really get too many things that can attack, but a Direwolf Alpha, anything that gives your statues attack. So Direwolf Alpha, what's it called? Defender of Argus, things like that are very, very strong in this fight. Even Abusive Sergeant or something like that, because your statues only have 2 health. So I'll put some more cards down in the description that you might want to add or remove from the deck to make room for the other ones. So if you are struggling, make sure you check that out. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to favorite, like, and or subscribe. If you want to see other Heroic League of Explorers videos with basic cards, check out my channel because they are everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Tommy J with Heroic Archaedas. Have a good one.